There's no all-purpose approach when it comes to dating. However, there are some things that high-value men are inclined to do prior to dating someone new. Some of these things may seem unusual, but they can be very effective in attracting the right type of partner. While some men of high value may do many of these things, others may only do a few. When meeting someone for the first time, they will oftentimes be slightly guarded until they get to know the person better. This is because they are likely to get hurt easily by people who aren't who they say they are, and don't want to waste their time on someone who isn't worth it in the end. So with that said, here are 11 odd things high-value men do before dating. Number 1. They try to keep their expectations low. A man of high value doesn't go on a date with any expectations. He understands that anything can happen, and the best way to enjoy his time is to just go with the flow. This doesn't mean that he's not interested in her, but rather that he's not expecting anything from her. This is a good mindset to have when dating because it takes the pressure off. If you're not expecting anything, you're less likely to be disappointed, and she'll appreciate that you're not trying to control the situation. Of course, this doesn't mean that you should never have any expectations when dating. Just don't go into it with the mindset that she owes you anything. Number 2. They strive to be as authentic and honest as possible. One of the most important things to a man of substance is being genuine and honest. He knows that women can see through BS, and he doesn't want to waste his time or hers by trying to fake it. This doesn't mean that he's always serious, but rather authentic in everything he does. Being genuine and honest is a great way to build trust in a relationship. It's also a good way to avoid drama and conflict. If you're always honest with your partner, she'll know she can rely on you, and you're not going to try to take advantage of her. Number 3. They try not to get too excited about the girl. While it's perfectly fine to be excited about a date, high-value men will always try to keep their cool. This doesn't mean that they won't show any emotion, but rather that they won't get too worked up over her. Just like keeping expectations low is important when dating, keeping your excitement under control is also essential. Of course, it's fine to be happy and excited when you're on a date with someone. The key is not to get too crazy about it. There's no need to be overly enthusiastic or gushy, especially if she seems like she doesn't want that from you. Number 4. They make sure they are aesthetically pleasing. Being aesthetically pleasing is not only about what you wear, but how you carry yourself. High-value men will always make sure they look clean and put together before going on a date. This might mean wearing well-tailored clothes, fixing their hair, or making sure their teeth are clean. Looking your best is not only important for making a good impression on your date, but also for making yourself feel more self-assured. If a man feels good in his skin, it's likely to show in his body language and conversation. This can make his date feel more comfortable, and help them connect with each other. Number 5. They relax into their unique personality. A true high-value man is a natural at making connections with women. While some men may feel anxious or awkward when talking to a woman they are interested in, this isn't the case for these sorts of men. One of the keys to being successful when dating is to relax and be yourself. If you try too hard to impress a woman or put on a front, she's likely to see right through it. Instead of trying too hard, a high-value man will take his time and enjoy the moment when going on a date. Number 6. They try to build rapport. A high-value man understands that a date is not just about him, but also about the other person. He wants to make sure that there's a mutual connection before going on a date. This means finding out things like whether or not she has similar interests, if she's looking for something serious, and if she's compatible with him. This is an intelligent way to avoid wasting time on a date with someone who isn't compatible with you. It also shows that you are interested in getting to know her as a person, and not just as a potential conquest. Number 7. They make sure to remain a mystery. These sorts of men also like to keep people guessing, and they try to do it as much as possible. When dating someone new, they won't reveal everything about themselves right away, but will instead leave some things for later on in the relationship. This doesn't mean they're hiding anything, but rather that they want to keep things interesting. There is a fine line between being mysterious and being closed off. High-value men make sure to balance their desire to be mysterious with their need to be open. They'll share just enough information early on in the relationship without giving too much away. Number 8. They try to find out as much as they can about her. When a man of high value is interested in a woman, he'll want to know everything he can about her before they even meet. He'll research her online, read her social media posts, and try to find out anything he can that will give him an advantage. This not only allows him to learn about her, however also to see if she's worth his time. If she seems like someone who wouldn't be a good match, he'll move on and save himself the trouble. While this might seem like a strange way to approach dating, it's actually very smart. High-value men have a very low tolerance for drama, and they want to make sure that whoever they date is someone worth their time. Of course, there are also plenty of men who don't do this at all. Some have a more laid-back approach to dating, and simply wait until they meet the person in question before making any judgments. This is how far the spectrum of dating styles goes for these men. However, one thing is for sure: when a high-value man is interested in someone, he'll definitely go the extra mile to find out everything he can about her. Number 9. They put themselves in the right mindset. High-value men understand that the way they feel can have a big impact on how their date goes. If they are feeling stressed, anxious, or angry, it's likely to come out in their conversation and body language. This can make the date uncomfortable for both parties and may even lead to a bad outcome. To avoid this, these men will make sure they are in the right mindset before going on a date. They'll do things like meditate, exercise, or just take some time to relax and clear their minds. This helps them be present and focused on their date, ensuring that the date goes as well as it possibly can. Number 10. They are unashamed to be themselves. A man of high value doesn't try to be anyone other than who he is. He's comfortable in his own skin and doesn't feel the need to put on a facade. This confidence is very attractive to women, and it allows him to be his true self around them. It's no secret that women love a man who is unashamed to be himself. This doesn't mean being arrogant or conceited, however it does mean not changing yourself just to impress someone. In today's world, authenticity is key, and a true high-value man represents this perfectly. Number 11. They can be very unpredictable. When it comes to women, high-value men are oftentimes very unpredictable, and they like to keep the girl guessing. Depending on the situation, this can be a good thing or a bad thing. For example, they may do something completely unexpected, which can catch the woman they are with off guard. However, this unpredictability is also what makes them interesting to many women. It shows that they are not afraid to take risks, and not afraid of change. This unpredictability is something that many women find exciting about these types of men.